morning, everybody. Welcome back. This is Gina. I've got a journal to share with you. This is my first and only autumn journal for this year, and I've named this one Autumn Splendor. You can see it's got a lot of the golds in it. I've done a pocket on the back here, a lot of vintage lace in this, fabrics, sari silk closure, and then this beautiful image of the sunflower. Did some buttons up here. We'll just go ahead and get inside. A lot of creams. I've contrasted it with a little bit of white, and like I said, this is a vintage trims and laces, some doilies and things. A little bit of burlap here. I just think it's just screams autumn to me. And so I would categorize this as a vintage floral because I've got a lot of, I tried to incorporate a lot of the florals that I have in my stash. And so on the front here, excuse me, I've made a large journaling tag here. This is Tim Holtz paper. And I've just got that popped into an altered, excuse me, altered window envelope. I'll go ahead and get my, and then when you flip this over, I've backed it with the Edith Holden paper because I just thought that really went with this. Like I said, I tried to keep it in. It's got some reds and corals. I mean, if you don't like color, you probably aren't going to like this journal because it does have a lot of color because autumn, we know, is just such a beautiful season. I really wasn't sure if I was going to get around to making an autumn journal, and one of the comments someone left on one of my videos inspired me. She said, it doesn't have to be autumn to make an autumn journal, and she's so right. So I just got busy and thought, well, I'm going to just do it. So in here I've got one of the little, I did a tutorial on this little number tag, and it's kind of leathery looking. I love the look of that. Even though I lean towards pastels, I still like rustic. And then I did a little stamp there with that little bird. He's so sweet. So over here, I've got a pocket that's kind of like a Franken pocket. I just took things and stitched it all together. And then this is one of those altered popsicle sticks. Made that. I love that, how that's come out. Little dimensional butterfly there. And this is one of my favorite tags I've ever made, really. I love poppies. And this just came out beautiful on that paper. This is those paper packs you can get from Hobby Lobby. I don't know if you can still get them or not, but I had purchased 2 of those a couple years back when they had done them on their clearance. And doesn't that just look beautiful on there? So that's tucked in there. A lot of stitching. That cover took me a long time to get that layered up right, but I love how it came out. So inside I've just taken a lot of projects from the past that I've done tutorials on, either YouTube tutorials or on my Patreon channel. And this one was a belly band with a little pocket there. It's got a little stamped tag. Not sure why that's catching there. I'll come back to that. And then this was a postcard that I did with a little window there. So you can do a lot of writing on the back of that. And then this opens up. You can do some secret writing in there. Loads of writing space in this journal. This is a 3 signature. I don't think I said that. So this is one of the largest journals I've made in some time. I've just been doing a lot of, I'll like that there, a lot of small journals. I don't like to get into too many of the large ones. It's very time consuming, and as I get older I find my attention span just shortens and shortens. So it's difficult to stay, you know. I'd rather do a single signature, to be honest, and then I can move on to another theme. But this is vintage ledger paper. Here, just added some old fabric. I've done a lot of stenciling in here. And then here again, I made a couple of flips here. So you've got, let me try to zoom out here. So you've got some writing space here, and then of course you've got this tag that you can write on. I just came across these CD holders, you know, just things get buried, and I came across them. I was like, oh yeah, I haven't used CD cases in forever. So here's another little pocket here, and then on the front, got this big journal card, and that's an image from Artie Mays. We love Artie Mays images. So that's tucked in there, and again, another little pocket with a couple of things, and just various things. I know that's a Tracy Fox. I believe that's Artie Mays. So as I said, anything that I thought coordinated. Now this is avocado dyed paper, but the majority of the papers are tea dyed. I lean towards the tea dyeing over coffee now. I love the color that they come out. Now this, I love how that's come out. This was a book page, and I just cut this out, layered it, and stitched it, and then I backed that with some lined paper. And then this is another journaling card that I'd made some time back. It's kind of like a, it's not a file folder, but with the tab, it kind of reminds me of one. Tailor-made paper here. She's got, I don't know if it's a she. They have got beautiful papers. This was a coffee-dyed doily paper that I purchased some time back from TaylorMade. So they're on Etsy. Love this page. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe this is an old Artie Mays kit. Now, I don't recall the name of that kit, but I love the birds on that one. And look at those beautiful autumn colors. Doily, more stenciling. You can see a lot of writing space and a lot of room for you to go ahead and add other things to it. I didn't want to overdo it, but you can see it still ended up quite a chunky. But I wanted to make sure that it laid flat so that you could write, you could journal in here easily. Altered index card. Love that image. Another kind of like a Franken page that I've turned into a tuck spot there. And then here, this is one of the altered tea bags. And then I've done a tutorial for this little journal card as well. So like I said, I tried to keep everything in the autumn colors. Now these pages, I'm certain, are from Artie Mays, but if I'm not mistaken, it was a tea kit. But the colors were just so beautiful because you got the teacup there, and I had those printed and had not, you know, they'd sat around for ages, and so I finally got them together here and put them into this. So this was a journal card, or, well, it's not a journal card, it's just laminated flowers I had picked last summer, and then I put them on music sheet, and it's Among the Flowers, which I love. This is my favorite one that came out because it had the title on there. Just beautiful. And again, I've done a tutorial on this, and you can find all of these tutorials in the playlist below. I try to keep all of this. If it's not in there, then it would have been something I'd done for my patrons, but most of these, in fact, I think all of these have been on YouTube. And then this was the most recent, was the altered fabric postcard, journal card. And again, I love the colors. So this flips out. You've got a place up here you can add a tag. And then this is just little scraps I had left over. I'm trying to stop having so many scraps. And then this, I just made a tiny little notepad there. That's the center of the signature. And then this is the double expandable coin. Oh, you know what? Oh, I'm going to have to alter that. I glued that down wrong. Okay, so I will fix that, but that's 2 pockets and expandable there. Oh boy. Yeah, I'll have to sort that out. Oh boy, all on live camera, but I'm not going to go back and redo it. So, but it will be fixed before this goes out. That's hilarious. This is another little embellishment. I did a tutorial on this, just using up your scrap laces and fabrics and old vintage button there. Another little window journal card. And that's just been clipped in here, so you can move these around, the ones that have been clipped. Here I've done a double pocket, altered mini Rolodex card, and then a couple of other little journal cards there that you can write on. So we're into the third signature now, and just more things that I've done over the years or months, I don't know. I've got a place where I just tuck things away, and so I kind of lose track of when these were done. But another little fabric lace and tag snippet with a tiny, tiny button there. And this is the 1906 ledger paper, so I made a pocket into that. Stenciling, old German book page, and then got this big tag here that's been decoupaged. And then this one, you've got this little tuck spot with a couple of things in. This is a little pocket here. You've got that tuck spot, and then this opens up, so you've got another pocket there. So, and also a pocket behind. So you've ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4 pockets on this. Some stitching. Another window journal card. This is a large one. I've done a tutorial on that. Those are all Edith Holden images. And then another little altered paper clip here, just holding a plain, like a Rolodex type card. Center of that signature. Another journal card that I've handmade, and this is some of the Liberty of London fabric. I love that material. Let me snip that out. I just love the fabrics from them. And then over here, this is a hydrangea that I dried last summer off of my hydrangea here in the garden. And then this is another decoupaged tag. I've done some stitching around that. I just thought that was pretty there. This is a tiny little scrap notebook. You've seen me do these time and time again with all the leftover book pages and papers and just anything really. And then here, this was a napkin that was gifted to me, and I love that. And so this is a double pocket here, and then this is another journal card. And I've got my logo there. So that's tucked in there. And then the little extra notebook is tucked in this pocket. And then this is a canvas that I've stamped onto pocket. Old paper that I don't know, I picked up along the way somewhere. Another little envelope. This was a craft envelope. I've just decoupaged it so it gives it kind of a vinyl feel to it, and a handmade tag that's been tucked in there. Little belly band out of a mix of fabrics, Tim Holtz, old buttons, and then another tiny little notebook. And then this flips over, and this is that 1906 ledger paper. And then on the back here I've got this coin envelope. There's nothing in it, but this is from a 1876 book page that was gifted to me from Rachel at Roxy's Creations. And so I scanned it and just made that out of it because I love that page. I'm going to keep that page. It's just beautiful. But I've scanned it so that I can use it in journals. And then this was a tag that I made using Tracy and Artie Mae's kits when they had collaborated together. And so I've added a little bell and a charm up there. And I've tucked that in the back here. So there she is. Autumn Splendor. I just love how it's come out. Oh yeah, on the back. I nearly forgot that. Got another little tag here. And I've backed that so you can do some writing. But I love how this has come out. So this is going to be in my shop. If you're interested, you can hop on over there and take a look at that. But I hope that you guys have enjoyed that. Oh yeah, I've got something else to do in there. I won't fold it up yet. Let me see. It's about a 9-inch by 6.5. And as I said, you've got 3 signatures in there, and I've filled it pretty full. But old doilies and laces, I just love it. I love the colors on this, and I love sunflowers, as you know. So anyways, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by today. I appreciate it so much. You guys stay safe, take care, and I'll be back soon.